You know the Asian games?
I do, yeah.
The segregated games that have just
Stop with that. Enough.
recently come along. What are you talking about? Hey, I think I got something here for you.
I didn't see anything particularly intelligent around here.
Anyway,
Dan made it. Dan
made it. So anyway, we got the segregated games, the Asia games.
Winston calls it the segregated games because he thinks that only people in Asia can go to
Only
it.
Asians can, and only smart Asian. This is the
Oh, yeah,
first
'cause
smart
it was
Asian
the
games.
smart- China called it the first smart Asian game.
Yeah, I know. So it's it's only
So
for
that's-
this.
it's a
So if
joke.
you're a mathlete, you know,
Yeah.
you can join.
Yeah, it's only intelligent sports.
Yeah, exactly.
like
you know,
math
it's like
Olympics.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, back on track.
So during like all the opening ceremonies and the talking and stuff, most people might not pay attention to this, but now we are going to pay attention
We
to
will.
it. Look at the poor people
Host-
standing in the background.
Hosts
Okay.
or whatever they are, like the.
That is not a wax doll or a robot. That's a human being. Okay, we'll get more into those guys. But the fact of the matter is that these people have to study relentlessly on how to smile. They go to these special like training camps on how to smile, and they have to learn how to hold a smile for hours on end at times. All right?
So I do want to preface this with something because this is kind of a new development that people are talking about. But this has been around in China for a long time. There's no audio on this, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I think if you've noticed, if you've taken a flight in really anywhere around the world, you get all kinds of different people that work on the flight as a what is it called, an airline host or hostess,
Flight
attendant, right?
yeah.
And what you'll see is people from all walks of life, right? Big, small, different races, different backgrounds, right? But if you're in Asian countries, specifically in China, it's a certain type of person that can work as a flight attendant. And there is a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
There are camps and universities that you must pass to become a flight attendant.
Yes.
It's not considered even a medium or low-end job. It's a pretty high-end job.
It's like a finishing school.
Yes. So it's pretty insane. They learn this kind of stuff where they have to train their facial muscles to be super happy.
Well, you have to stand there with a stick in your mouth
this-
for
yep,
crying
they do
out
that.
loud, and
Very
to
North
get it on.
Korea.
Yeah.
Very North Korea. But it's doing crossover now. It's
Mm-hmm.
crossover into not just like the flight attendant thing.
Yeah.
Are you doing the smile shit?
Trying to
trying to be like that.
replicate what they're doing.
I feel like you're getting bad influence here.
Yeah.
They do this in all kinds of presentations or Olympic ceremonies
Mm-hmm.
or just when people are like lined up in video footage for live stuff. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's getting more prevalent. More North Korea.
I think it has the opposite effect of what it's supposed to have.
Makes
to be
me
honest.
sad.
Doesn't it? No, it creeps me out.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
like
so happy.
yeah,
Make
look
us
at
big.
her eyes. Look at her.
Look at when
that.
I do this. Like you might think she's pretty, right? That's fine. But if I do this, what if I did this on camera? I mean, I think you guys are looking at these people as you're used to seeing them kind of not moving. But you know us personally, right? What if we're just like this the whole time? Because they're trained to do this. We're presenters right now,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
We're presenting something
Sure,
on camera. Make us big. Here we go. Let's present.
Okay, ready?
Welcome to the China Show. Today we're going to talk about the most Chinese things. We do this the whole time.
That's terrible. You gotta hold
you have
something.
to do this the whole. You have to talk like this. You know,
Yeah. It's it's
it hurts,
creepy,
dude. It hurts.
It's creepy.
I'm
but
sore.
Take a look at this woman, for
Kill
instance, in
me.
front. Yeah, look at it's.
Kill me.
It's awful. Imagine having to sit there and smile for
And they
hours
have
on
to
end.
have this thing too.
Yeah,
we forgot
that-
the pin thing. They'll put pins
Yeah.
in their collars.
Well, that's for the
army.
That's for the army, yeah. But I mean, like, she looks like she's in pain, not enjoying herself, and not happy. Is that so? It has the opposite effect to me. Like a natural smile would go a lot longer. You know what I mean? Anyway, so here you can see these poor people in the background have to sit through these monologues. Okay, so here you've got.
Can we explain? I gotta explain something.
Mm.
In China, we have like a CCP official or anybody that's important, usually
Yeah.
a CCP official.
Look, it's the same people, by the way. Look,
Yes,
another
yes.
guy comes up for another monologue.
They will do monologues for hours, dude.
Yes.
Hours. And
Yeah.
people will be sleeping, but these people behind them have to stand there like this the whole time.
Look at those poor people. Okay, you can see them flanking either side. They have to stand like that for the entire like opening monologue ceremony. I mean,
I was slipping there.
yeah, I just this could be something you could play at home. See if you can hold a smile for just
Make
as
my
long.
kids do this
Yeah.
when they're being annoying.
Look, imagine like the guy who was there had to go off. This turban dude came next, okay?
Yeah.
And now he's standing there having his thing. Those poor people, they don't
Oh,
move.
I saw one dude, he started slipping a little bit because
Oh, he
as
did?
soon as show the sign off again.
Okay, the sign off. Right?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
red turban guy. So see the guy to his left?
Mm-hmm.
He's full on, right? But then he signs off, watch, he's like, it goes a little bit
Oh,
lower.
you got like a
It's
little
he's like, I'm so close.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
close.
you must tire out.
Yeah.
Because like this is a long opening ceremony, right? You know this guy's just talking bullshit about GDP or something.
Yeah, like China's increased development with the Taliban.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
China and Afghanistan has formed a long bond with the Taliban.
yeah,
We love funding terrorism.
yeah. So we thought we would explain to you what's going on. That's the whole point of the segment. If you were to spot in any kind of Chinese event, you see these smiling, looks like wax figures in the background.
So bad.
Yeah, it's now you understand why, that they actually get taken to school.
Yeah.
They learn that there's consequences. You could lose your bloody job or
You
whatever.
get fined.
Yeah, you get
fined. A lot
fined.
of times you get fined. And that's crazy. You might not believe this. You get fined in some of these situations because you'll sign a contract, a performance contract. And if you didn't perform like they wanted to, like with that fake smile the whole time, then you are fined and you have to pay money to the boss. Pretty wild.
Now, if you ever look at those big parades that they have, the military parades, the soldiers also have to do something similar.
Yep.
But it's not smiling. It's they have to make their eyes as wide as possible.
Yeah.
If you want to see something really uncomfortable,
We've covered that.
Yeah, you watch the Chinese military parades because they strain their eyes open as wide as they can.
wicked for high.
Yeah, and they have to be like in this very awkward position, and they got to do it.
Got to do it.
It's just super unnatural, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I could barely do it for 10 seconds when I was making a joke.
Yeah. Awful.
Yeah, but there's whole university set up for performance arts like this, and it's very communist. It's very Soviet Union, which totally North Korea copied from the Soviet Union.
Sure.
Which totally China is now retroactively copying for their stuff.
Well, when I worked at the rapist school, right?
Yeah, I knew this was gonna come up.
No, he had the same. He had like a training course they would all have to do.
Yeah.
Where they would learn how to like sit down on a chair in a
the same
certain
thing,
way,
yeah.
and they'd learn how. Also, they had to do that fake smile like this. It was part of it, dude.
It was.
It's all part of the same thing. And they, like you said, they used to get fined.
Yeah.
So and you would have like basically narcs working all over the place, right?
Spies.
So other members of staff, they'd get rewarded if they ratted out anyone who wasn't smiling or whatever. So when you've got someone sitting there like coming into the office, right, at the reception, and if she's not smiling the entire time, right? The entire
How
time.
are you? Welcome.
She could say, oh, she didn't smile, and then she gets docked money off of her pay.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
You narc them out.
Yeah. And then that person gets a little bit of money.
Yeah, a little percentage.
Yeah, a little percentage. It was
Pretty
a horrible situation.
horrifying. That's like 1984.
It was a really bad situation.
Yeah.
It's like, I got fined because we were supposed to wear this like pin on our jacket or whatever. Like a little lapel pin. And mine was like skew or something. I got fined. I'm like, what the hell?
I went to
Crazy
Catholic
stuff.
school, and if you didn't tuck your shirt in for your uniform, right? If you didn't tuck your shirt in, or it was like a little bit out, you had to go write your name on the board for detention. And I tucked my shirt in, but it was like a little bit out. And this nun, she was so mean.
Yeah.
She was so mean. And she goes, go write your name on the board for detention. So I went in there and I wrote someone else's name on the board.
Okay. Did they catch you out?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I did get detention a few more times. One time it was because I had a Tic Tac in my mouth.
Because of a Tic Tac.
Yes. Isn't that sad? That's how strict
pretty
it was.
sad.
It's fucking ridiculous. Sorry, Jeremy.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got Jeremy in trouble. That sucks, dude.
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah. If he was a bad guy, I wouldn't mind.
He could have ended up bad.
But he didn't, though.
I have no idea.
All right.
Poor Jeremy. Jeremy smoking
Oh.
today.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a situation.
Yeah, you
like
created that
that. No,
situation.
actually, we're fine with each
Okay,
other.
that's good.
Yeah.
tourist sites in China sucks. Look,
Yes.
that's the Great Wall. Do you
Yes.
want to be there? That looks like it's gonna collapse.
It is giving me PTSD.
If you're
You would be a
suicidal,
psycho.
if you're suicidal, you travel during the New Year.
You know, like a tribal skirt type of thing that men would wear that's not pants.
Okay, I don't like this guy already.
Okay. And then he like cried because of the sheer beauty and scale of the whole thing.
Wow. This just looks like depression hell right here.
That's-
I wanted my money back. This is what you see. This has got to be like, look at what am I looking at here? This has got to be the most depressing thing in the whole world.
He really did just believe that Mao was God. And he gave me a shirt to put on and I had to stand like that.
This is accurate though, because the only thing the Communist Party ever did was sit around.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs.